Hey guys, welcome back to my channel here with Chef Pamela. Today we will be making a blueberry jam. For our blueberry jam, we will be using 2 pints of fresh blueberries, half a cup of water, 1 cup of sugar, and about half of a lemon squeeze. And then I will taste it depending on how it tastes, because the lemon gives it a little tangy taste to it, and it actually is what actually flavors the jam. So from there, once I taste it, I will see if I will add the other half of the lemon. And I have here my lemon squeezer, a knife to cut the lemon, and I have my hand blender, which I will use depending on how the blueberries come out after I have boiled them down, to see if they have broken down completely. If not, I will blend it a little bit just to help it be nice and smooth for a jam. So we will head over to the stove and start the process on the stove. So we will begin by adding in our blueberries, the sugar, and the water. We will turn it on high to get things started, and then we will bring it down to medium and just let it simmer. The lemon we will put later on towards the end because it's going to be used to flavor. It's actually beginning to heat up. You can tell is when you see the darker parts of the blueberries, which means it's starting to receive the heat. So we will let it get all heated through, begin to reach a boil, and then we will bring it down to a simmer. As you can see, it has now come to a full boil, so now we will bring it down to simmer and let it finish cooking. And the blueberries are actually starting to tear apart. So since the jam is a little chunky, now I will be blending it a little bit to help it thicken much more. How to tell if your jam is ready: you put a spoon into it and you want to see if it's nappe, which is when you put your finger down and you check if it doesn't combine. It's a steady line. And now we'll taste it for sweetness. It's perfect. Thickness is perfect. Now we will add half of a lemon and mix to incorporate it. It may seem as if it's thin when you go like this with the spoon, but you test it is by using a testing spoon, like a tasting spoon. And that's how you can tell if the back of the spoon, it stays covered, and you can wipe your finger right down the middle to check for napping, which is what it's called. That's how you can tell if your thickness is actually ready, because you don't want to make it too thick. Then when you put it to cool down, it's going to be hard. So now that it's well incorporated, I will taste it and see if I will need the other half of the lemon. When I finish making my jam, I pour them into these jars, mason jars. I have 2 sizes. I have a 6 ounce, which is the small one, and I actually have a 12 ounce, which is the larger one. Depending on how you're going to be giving them out and things of that nature, I put the jam in here, and I will show you how I seal the top so that way it stays nice and closed, like when you get a Snapple bottle, that the top is super tight. So to seal the jar, you will put the top on. As you can see, it still pops. You will close it, and it's very hot, so be careful. And flip it upside down, which is what's gonna help it seal. And I just set it on top of the stove and just let it cool down. And the 2 pints of blueberries actually made 2 small containers of 6 ounces and exactly about 11 ounces in the bigger jar. And you will put the dates on the top. As you can see, these mason jars, you can put the dates written on the top, and these will last up to 3 weeks without any pectin in it, which if you actually add pectin to it, it will help to last at least up to a year if you seal it right during the canning method, so that way it can last you up to a year in a dark and cool place. But the way I make it, you can keep it up to 3 weeks and put it in the refrigerator. Once you open it, you have to refrigerate it. But if you don't open it, it will cool down. You can leave it like that for in a dark, cool place, and just once you open it is when you have to put it in the refrigerator, and then from there it will last 3 weeks. So this is the end product.